Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy Dash. In today's video, I'm going to show you guys how to drive Sky High Sundae for Mario Kart Tour. So, quick notes before we get into the how to drive Sky High Sundae. You don't need to use the drift button for this course. You can use the smart steering. Is honestly just way easier to drive on this course, and there's no NISC on this course, so you don't have to worry about your drift button. And then two, there's only two respawns that are kind of worth going for, but one of them not really. You'll see why for this track. And the third thing is to always use a trick cart for this course. There are a lot of tricks in all four versions of this track. So you see me here, I'm using the Festival Girl cart because it's the best cart for these four variants I'm about to show you guys. But to start out the video, we're gonna start off with the normal version of the track, and here we go. So as soon as you start off, you want to go to the right side and go through the ice cream cone. It will be way faster because obviously you're getting the tricks, right? And then when you come out, you want to skydive down immediately. It's not drifting left. And when you go up these stairs, you can charge in mini turbo, hold down your mini turbo and get an SMT. Immediately drift right and hold it down. You're gonna hold down your drift for a while until you get down to this last part right here, and that's when you'll let go and drift left. You're gonna hold your drift, use your mini turbo, and immediately drift left. Get your SMT and drift right. This track is fairly easy to be on. Okay, here comes the respawn right here. So when you do the respawn here, right? A little cue to do it. You want to get past this ice cream cone right here. Hold on. This ice cream cone right here, like this big one. Once you go past this ice cream cone, you can actually just dive all the way down. But you can kind of prepare yourself to dive down. So you can get the respawn hit. The respawn hit is not really worth going for unless you want to dodge a shock or something like that. Because you see how close I am already to this ice cream cone right here? That's where you're gonna respawn at. So it's really not worth going for unless you're gonna dodge the shock, in a war or something. But here's this track's respawn. You want to do it after the ice cream cone. So I'll show you one more time. After this ice cream cone, you want to dive down. And as soon as you pass it, you'll get the respawn here. And you're going to do exactly what you did the first lap. Well, I did it a little different because I did the respawn. Instead of here, I got an SMT. And then I got an MT. And then I'll hold the drift, all the way down until I get to this last part down here. And then you'll drift left again. Hold down the mini turbo. And then you go charge your SMT here after you release your mini turbo. And then drift right. Hold it down, and then that's it for the normal version. It's not really that complicated, but the only thing you had to worry about in this track is really, is the respawn here. But other than that, this track is very easy, very easy compared to the 8 Deluxe version. The 8 Deluxe version of this track is literally almost the worst track in the game. I don't care what anyone says. If you like this track in 8D, you're a monster. That's all I got to say to you. You're just a different type of freak. I think that's the nicest thing I can say. That track is terrible. This track is so much better in this game, but it's still garbage. It's just less ass in this game. But enough of me ranting about this shitty track. Let's continue on with the trick version. So for the trick version, it's kind of almost similar to the normal version, except this one, it has no respawn. So you're just gonna haul ass. So when you start off, you want to immediately drift right and then drift left, but stay on the left side so you get the faster route when you come down. You gotta hold down your mini turbo as long as possible. And when you get off these ramps, you're gonna drift right again and you're gonna hold it down. It's basically like the same concept as the normal version, except the very beginning is just different. And then you're gonna drift left. There's one more major difference about this track too. when you do the exact same thing as a normal version, instead of going down, you're gonna go up again. There's a glider on top. So when you come up here, you're gonna play like it's the normal version, but you're just gonna go up instead. And then when you get off this glider, you see these icicles down here? You wanna land on that ice. And then immediately you start drifting left. And then it's the exact same thing as the normal version. You just gotta hold down the... You drift until you get to SMT, and then you go drift right. Oh, I lied. There's a glider. I forgot about that. But it's the same thing. You're gonna dive down. And then drift right. I say drift right, I mean drift left. What the fuck am I on? I'm out here lying to you people. But yeah, you get the idea. It's almost the exact same thing as the normal version, except in a second lap you go over, you know, the finish line, because you know that is down here. You just go above and there's a glider. But other than that, it's like almost the same thing. I promise. You can do your basic lines here. No one will pass you. Trust me. All right, and here we go with the reverse version. So in this version, this is the respawn that's worth going for. It's actually crazy. But other than that, when you start off on this track, you want to immediately drift right, and then do a mini turbo, and then drift right again. And you gotta hold it down the entire way until you get to these icicles right here. And when you get off this left icicle, you're gonna let go of your mini turbo right before you go on the glider, and then glide. Do not do respawn here, by the way. Do not. Not worth. When you get off this, you gotta drift right again. Hold down the mini turbo. Yeah, okay, here comes the respawn right here. So, right here, it's the same thing with this ice cream cone again. Just remember, this ice cream cone right here with the hole in it, that's like your cue for the respawn for both normal and reverse. So once you go past this ice cream cone on either version, that's when you want to dive down so you can get the respawn. So again, if you want to dodge the shock, obviously you want to do this respawn. And watch this. Calculated. Dodge the shock. While making the tutorial. But yeah, the respawns are actually really good on this track. So you're gonna do the same thing you did lap 1. You know, you gotta let go of your mini turbo mid-air right before the glider. Always go left path on this. Always go left. Because you have a better alignment coming after this trick going down this hill, so you get a mini turbo. And charge up for your next mini turbo. Oh, there's a fucking toge, bro. Don't matter. I got a frenzy. But other than that, you would literally do another mini turbo, and you would go on this path instead of going right. So if you're not going for the respawn, you want to go on the left side. Well, glide on the left side. The staircase doesn't matter. You just want to go through this hole right here, so you get the trick and get a little extra boost. And other than that, that's it for the trick version. I mean, the trick. I'm on drugs. Don't listen to me. That's it for the reverse version. Now we're on the reverse trick version. It is basically, you know, the same thing as, you know, the reverse version, but it's just trick. So when you start, you're gonna immediately start drifting right. And let go of your mini turbo before you go on that air. Hold it down and release your SMT mid-air. And you go drift right again. Drift right again. Release your mini turbo right before you land and start drifting right immediately. You gotta hold it down on this part though. Don't release your mini turbo mid-air. It will throw you off. So one little difference about this version right here is that there's a split path right here, right? When you come on these staircases right here, make sure you're on the right side of it, because the right side is actually faster than going on the left side. Because on this left side, they had this that air thing right here, it would be actually slower to go on this side. Unless you guys, like, you know, do some demonic shit with, like, your teammates or whatever. Like, you throw a bomb or something on the right side and you go left. But other than that, you would not ever go left. It's a lot slower. You will always want to go on the right side. And you do the exact... Well, no, it's going to be different. Because in this version of the track 2, they changed it. Because after this ramp right here, that freaking air is activated on the second lap. So you're like almost forced to take the glider. If I'm wrong about that part, you know, let me know in the comments down below so I can show everyone else like how it's done. But other than that, it's the exact same thing as you would do on the what do you call it? The first lap. Always go on the right side. And that is pretty much it. Trust me, this track is not that difficult, I promise. It just looks like a lot, but it's not a lot. But other than that, that's it for how to drive on Sky High Sundae for Mario Kart Tour. If you guys learned anything from this video, I would greatly appreciate it. If you like the video, you know, subscribe to my YouTube, comment, and share the video with someone else that's having difficulties with this track. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it, truly. All my socials will be in the description box below, and a link to my Discord server is also in the link in the description. And that's it for the video. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. Peace out.